What's up, YouTube? Zazubaar here. And more importantly, what's up, Resistance fans, man? Today is a great day for us Resistance fans, us PS3 fanboys. Well, maybe not so much anymore, but, the new trailer for the new Resistance game has been released, and yes, it is simply entitled Resistance 3, no stupid subtitle. So, I don't have much to say about that, but let's just watch the trailer. So here we go. Here is the trailer for Resistance 3. PEGI, I don't know what the hell that is. Let's flick. Alright, we have normal Sony game starting up here. Alright, we have a train here, again showing that we have a soldier walking the tracks, like a castaway or something. Bob Dylan music. Alright, we have people like, you know, a post-apocalyptic guys on the train. Rossmore. Could that be Rachel? No. I think that's James. I watched a thing before of the pop block for this, and it might be James Grayson from Resistance Retribution. It looks like him. So, what this might mean is that we might be getting sort of a combination of these games. Oh, there's a Chimera right there, and there's something else in the trees there. But anyway, so what I'm thinking is that this might be like there's another Chimera, like linking all the stories together. Like everything is just leading up to this one moment, this big moment in the Resistance franchise from the future. So I don't know what that means, and we should be seeing this red car. And one other Rossmore. A lot of other hints to other Resistance games here, and other Resistance documents. Okay, so what that meant was that this game is most definitely going to take place in New York. And, I think that's all we see there. That's definitely St. Louis they're going through right now, so they obviously started in the South. There's the classic Resistance thing ringing. The alarm. There was Capelli, I think, right there. For a minute. And here we have all the survivors. I don't know who these two girls are. I think one of them might be Rachel, but from Resistance 1, but I'm not entirely sure. Now, this Chimera has been, like, following them, so I'm wondering, this might... Alright, there's a whole horde of Chimera right there. The Carbine, Marksman, Bullseye, Magnum. So, alright, I'm wondering if this Chimera might be Nathan Hale. Or, like, these are all different Chimeras. I don't know. There are obviously going to be a lot more new Chimera in this game from this trailer we can see. All the weapons are returning. Alright, these look like advanced Grims. So, oh, there's a hybrid right there. A bunch of hybrids. So we can see that this is like underground in the New York subways. So I think maybe that'll be like the first level. Alright, there's like... Yeah! So what I'm thinking... That's bloodstained right there, too. Alright, so that's pretty awesome. Now... Alright, there's the Insomniac logo. Okay, so... What do we get out of this trailer? Well, for one... We got to see some classic characters being brought back. We saw what I think is James Grayson, Capelli, who we expected to be the main protagonist in Resistance 3. James Grayson is undeniably in this game. That guy was without a doubt James Grayson. He even had the teeth on his neck. Now, also remember at the end of Resistance Retribution, he was infected. So I don't know what that could mean, but it could change gameplay up a little bit. So maybe he came to America to like the front of the Chimera now. Like maybe America has become like the dead center of like the Chimera activity. So what I'm thinking now is that this is going to be like a couple of years down the road. Because if Capelli now, if that is Capelli, that one guy with the scar in his hand, not the African American man, but the other guy, the guy with the scar in his face, that could mean that this is a couple of years down the road from the end of Resistance 2. Now, one problem I have with Insomniac games especially, but a lot of other companies do this, Bungie's guilty of this too, is that when they do a live action trailer like this, it kind of makes you wonder if the game's gonna suck. Because sometimes they kind of mask a game's suckiness when they give it like a live action trailer that makes absolutely no sense. And the Resistance games have especially been bad for that. Like, I'm not saying that they're bad, they're all great games, but what I'm saying is, like, I don't know why these trailers are live action. Does it say that they have nothing ready yet, or whatever? But anyway, we can gather from this trailer that this is going to be very different from the other Resistance games. It doesn't look like they're fighting with any specific military force, if there's going to be a change up. It looks like this may have like a Survivor, like sort of makeshift type of feeling, which I like. So maybe we'll get like some makeshift Resistance weapons, maybe. Maybe some co-op, like the last game had co-op Resistance 2, but it was like online. There was no single-player co-op, which didn't make much sense because you were always with people. So one thing now in this game is maybe we can get like some 4 or 5 player co-op in there, which might be kind of fun. Like everyone takes control of a different survivor who specializes in different guns. Like it looked like everyone in there had a different weapon and they were using it differently. Otherwise, this trailer looks pretty kick-ass. It looks very gritty. It looks like the 1950s. The music is always spot on in these games. But the main thing is, it needs to be fun. Like, Resistance 2, it was fun, man. I mean, I haven't had that much fun with a shooter since Resistance 2. Another thing is the multiplayer. The multiplayer, everyone was praising the multiplayer in Resistance 2. I didn't really like it. It was just like, it was very random. Everyone was outgunned by, like, longtime players. It wasn't really that fair. But, again, we really can't gather that much from this trailer. I mean, there's plenty of Easter eggs in there to reveal stuff. Like, I think maybe that Chimera that was following them might have been Nathan Hale. But we really can't be sure, because Nathan Hale might not even have a role in this game. He might be dead. But, personally, I don't think he's dead. They wouldn't throw away the main protagonist just because, you know, they wanted to. I've heard reports from Insomniac that, like, there's going to be some kind of time warp involved. So, maybe that poster with the red car was supposed to represent, like, a Back to the Future kind of thing, like a spoof. Like, that car was just sitting there. Maybe Nathan Hale, like, comes forward in time to, like, try and, I don't know, maybe like, stop the Chimera once and for all. But maybe not. Maybe I'm just crazy. But I think that might be what's going on there with the red car and, like, the future thing. But it's set in stone. This is going to take place in New York City. And it looks like it might take place in, like, the alleyways and, like, you know, under the subway, which I think might be pretty interesting. There was one level in Resistance 2 where you were, like, underground in, like, the subways. That was one of the best levels. That was a great, great level. Like, you had to keep the light on, and there were, like, grims everywhere, and you didn't see where they were coming from. That's what that trailer reminded me of. But otherwise, it looks pretty damn good. I really don't have much to say, except this game looks kick-ass, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very excited for it. I don't know why it's coming out so late. You know, it's not that far off. Like, it's only like, you know, maybe 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months away, but Q1 2011 is a little bit of ways away. We still have a chunk of 2010 left to go. So, Resistance fans, I'm sorry, you still got a little ways left to go. So, that's all I have to say. Watch the trailer again if you want to, you know, analyze it yourself. There's plenty of stuff to nitpick and analyze, so go at it, leave a comment, tell me if you found anything that I didn't mention. Thanks for watching. Zazubaar out.